Have you ever wondered why the most silent seasons of your life are also the ones that carve you the deepest? Those endless pauses after you've whispered your prayers, the waiting that feels unbearable, the echoing quiet that almost convinces you that the heavens have forgotten your name. And yet, what if those very pauses are not emptiness at all, but a hidden architecture of becoming? The universe has never been rushed, and it has never been late. Its rhythm is not measured by clocks or calendars, but by eternity itself. What you call delay is often the secret preparation ground, the unseen soil where strength, trust, and invisible answers quietly take root. You beg for results, but the universe longs for readiness. It waits until you can hold what you ask for without fear, without losing it the moment it arrives. And so, when you reach that breaking point, when you feel like nothing is happening, that is exactly where eternity presses against the present. That is the place where your faith is stretched into something unshakable. We count minutes, hours, years, always measuring, always comparing. But eternity does not weigh itself on human scales. It moves through one doorway only, the present moment. Right here, right now, the eternal brushes against the temporary. And it is in this sacred meeting point where true answers are born. The delays you despise are not waiting in some far-off future. They are unfolding in this very breath you are taking now. But when your mind drifts into anxiety about tomorrow, you step out of alignment with the miracle being shaped today. Fear paints shadows on delays, making them heavier than they are. Instead of resting in the strength that is available right now, you wrestle with scenarios that may never exist. You do not see it, but the pause itself is overflowing with grace. Every delay is a whisper reminding you, the present is sacred ground. It may look like nothing is happening, yet everything is happening. The unseen roots of your future are spreading beneath the soil of today. Think of the seed. It does not grow because you demand it to. It grows because it surrenders to the hidden processes of the present moment. The universe is not punishing you with delay. It is refining you, preparing you, shaping you to carry what you long for without it slipping through your hands. If answers always arrived instantly, you would never taste trust, never grow patience, never develop endurance. You would live shallow, demanding more, but never deepening. And so, the pause, though uncomfortable, though heavy, stretches you into maturity. It bends you toward wisdom. It expands your spirit until you are wide enough to hold the life you've been asking for. What you call a delay is not punishment. It is the universe gently calling you back to the only place where its presence is truly alive, the present moment. It whispers, set down the rush, release the grip of time, notice the eternal hand already at work. Every pause is an invitation to see eternity woven into the fabric of a single breath. The delays you resent are not wasted hours. They are the silent chambers where the universe performs its most intricate work. Answers are not sculpted in the noise of tomorrow or the regrets of yesterday. They are born in the still acceptance of now. This ordinary moment that you often overlook, this very second, is the threshold where time brushes against eternity. When you learn to remain here, delay no longer wears the mask of punishment. Instead, it reveals itself as sacred rhythm, the cadence by which all things are ripened and released in their appointed season. But waiting is not gentle. It often feels like something inside you is dying. Stillness strips away your illusion of control. Silence confronts your impatience. The self that demands instant gratification begins to crumble. And in its place, a deeper dependence on the unseen begins to grow. This is why delay cuts so deeply. It challenges the part of you that insists on controlling outcomes, setting deadlines, holding all the power. You cannot serve two masters, control and trust. One must fade for the other to rise. Delays often feel like death because they bury the very thing you cling to most, your own timing. You lay your expectations in the ground, you watch dreams wither in appearance, and you fear the future you long for is slipping further away. But waiting is not a grave, it is a womb. Just as a seed must be buried in darkness before it bursts into light, your delay is not the end. It is the hidden beginning. What feels like loss is often the exact ground where transformation takes root. The universe does its most tender work in those unseen hours, where hope seems buried, because it is shaping a resurrection far greater than what you first imagined. Think of the story of Lazarus. To those watching, the delay looked like tragedy. They thought the answer had arrived too late, that the chance for healing was gone. But the delay was not neglect, it was intention. Had the answer come earlier, they would have seen only healing. But because it came later, they witnessed resurrection. The pause turned despair into a stage for greater glory. So it is with you. The delays you despise are not proof of abandonment, but preparation for something beyond your original request. Every delay buries something within you: impatience, pride, fear, the illusion that you can force life into being on your own. And these small deaths are not meaningless. They are the breaking down of what cannot carry your future. In their place, the universe plants endurance, humility, and unwavering faith. Though the process stings, it ensures that when the answer comes, you are no longer the fragile soul who began the waiting. You have been strengthened, stretched, and refined, so that what you receive does not shatter you, but sustains you. Do not mistake silence for absence. Do not confuse delay with denial. When nothing appears to move, the deepest work is unfolding beneath the surface. What feels like death is often the chamber of the universe's greatest miracles. You think the waiting has stolen your time, but in truth, it has preserved you. The delays you hate most are not endings. They are hidden beginnings. Stillness is not emptiness. It is the birthplace of life, richer and more abundant than you have ever dared to imagine. Delays are never empty corridors. They are sacred classrooms where silence itself becomes the teacher. What you call a pause in your story is not the absence of movement. It is a season of training, a curriculum written in the language of waiting. The universe does not waste these hours. It is not ignoring you, it is preparing you. Every answer withheld is rarely about denial. More often, it is about readiness. Without the process of waiting, the blessing you long for might arrive too soon and collapse under the weight of unprepared hands. So the universe slows you down, not to break you, but to strengthen the unseen muscles of your spirit: patience, endurance, humility, trust. These are not qualities born in moments of instant gratification. They are forged in silence, in unanswered prayers, in long nights where nothing seems to move. You may feel like nothing is happening, yet beneath the soil of your life, roots are thickening and stretching deep. The delay you resist is shaping the very character that will sustain the dream you've asked for. The universe knows that without this training, the gift itself could undo you. So waiting is not punishment, it is protection. It is preparation. In these seasons, your attention is often drawn inward. The delay becomes a mirror, revealing motives, exposing desires, uncovering hidden weaknesses you'd rather ignore. It asks you to confront whether your longing is only for personal gain or whether it flows in alignment with something greater than yourself. This refining cannot be rushed because depth takes time. Just as metal is placed in fire to burn away the dross, your soul passes through waiting to emerge purified, clear, and strong. The very discomfort you want to escape is the sculptor's hand. It shapes you into someone capable of carrying what lies ahead without being crushed by it. So the delays you despise are not wasted. They are construction zones of destiny. While you beg for the door to open, the universe is teaching you how to walk through it. While you plead for the burden to lift, the universe is strengthening you to carry heavier loads with grace. When the appointed moment finally arrives, you will not only receive the answer, you will have become the person who can inhabit that answer fully and faithfully. Waiting trains your heart to confront the limits of your own understanding. It humbles the illusion that you can see the whole picture. You measure life in minutes and days, but the universe measures in eternity. What feels delayed to you is precisely timed in the greater design. The pauses you resist are not signs of neglect. They are evidence that your vision is too small to grasp what is truly unfolding. Trust, then, is learning to release the illusion that you know what is best. Anxiety pushes you to force outcomes, to rush ahead, to play assistant to the universe. But rushing only builds fragile results. Doors that swing open before their hinges are set cannot bear weight. Timelines forced by fear collapse under their own urgency. Trust, however, anchors you. It roots you in peace. It allows you to rest in the quiet confidence that the universe moves with flawless precision, even when you cannot trace its movement. Can any of us, by worrying, add a single moment to our lives? Worry does not accelerate answers. It only drains today of its strength while leaving tomorrow untouched. When life places you in the season of waiting, it is not an invitation to wrestle with time or to twist the universe into your own design. Waiting is not a punishment, it is a teacher. And in that space, your part is not to manipulate, not to control, but to surrender, to stay anchored in the present, to breathe into the silence, and to trust that what is unseen is being woven on your behalf. Trust whispers gently. Even when the silence feels endless, even when the road ahead is wrapped in shadows, I believe the universe is conspiring for me, not against me. I believe what looks like stillness is actually preparation, and what looks like emptiness is fertile ground. This is why waiting is never wasted. When you trust, the waiting ceases to be torment. It becomes an altar, an offering of your impatience, your doubt, your fear, transformed into surrender. In that sacred place, you discover that trust is not passive. It is the most powerful act of alignment. History leaves us countless reminders. Whenever human impatience tries to rush divine timing, the result is regret. What was meant to protect becomes distorted. What was designed to bless becomes broken. The delay was a shield, but the rush created division, confusion, unnecessary pain. And so sometimes the greatest love the universe can give you is a no or a not yet. Because what you are asking for prematurely might crush you. Because what you are chasing now may not be what your soul truly longs for. Trusting beyond your own understanding is receiving this higher love, even when it does not resemble your desire. It is learning to see mercy where your mind only sees denial. To walk in this level of trust is to live free from fear. You may not know the hour the door will open, but you can rest knowing who holds the key. You may not understand the length of the delay, but you can lean into the truth that the universe is never late, never careless, never blind to the pulse of your need. Trust beyond understanding is the loosening of your grip on your own calendar, your own timeline, your own demand for control. It is letting eternity write the rhythm of your life instead of forcing your hurried tempo upon it. And when you live this way, even the delays you once resented begin to glow with holiness. They remind you that while you are not in control, you are endlessly cared for. There is also a hidden treasure in waiting: gratitude. Gratitude is the quiet key that transforms delay from a place of torment into a sanctuary of peace. When you surrender control and choose to see through the lens of gratitude, your waiting no longer becomes empty, it becomes alive. Without gratitude, waiting rots into bitterness, a restless fixation on what has not yet come. But with gratitude, waiting becomes worship. It becomes a practice of remembering that even in silence, you are surrounded by blessings invisible to the eye. That even when nothing seems to move, unseen forces are aligning in your favor. That love is holding you even here. So let gratitude teach you how to live fully while you wait. Because the waiting is not a void, it is part of the miracle itself. Gratitude is not just a polite response, it is an awakening, a shift of perception that takes your gaze away from what seems absent and roots it in the abundance already surrounding you. When gratitude opens your eyes, the waiting no longer feels like an enemy. The delay loses its power to poison your joy, because you have learned to drink from the stream that is always flowing, even before the destination appears. Think about how often we despise the waiting. In that resentment, we grow blind to the quiet gifts scattered along our path. The sunrise that greets you each morning, the breath that fills your lungs without your asking, the unseen protections that shield you from dangers you never even knew existed. These are not accidents. They are reminders that you have never been abandoned, even in the silence. Gratitude teaches you to notice what is working on your behalf long before the visible answer arrives. What you call a delay is often a cover beneath which countless small miracles are being woven together. When you recognize them, your heart stays alive even when your hands are still empty. Gratitude becomes your anchor against despair. Remember the ancient story: 10 men healed of leprosy, yet only one returned to give thanks. The others received their cure, but the one who returned was made whole. That is the secret of gratitude. It does not just wait for the resolution, it transforms you in the waiting. It makes you complete in spirit even before the fulfillment is visible. This is the paradox. Joy does not need to wait for the outcome. It can exist in the middle of uncertainty. Gratitude in delay is a declaration of trust, that the giver is already enough, even before the gift arrives. Every word of thanks becomes a seed of peace planted deep in your soul. And over time, those seeds grow into a garden of faith, resilience, and quiet joy. If you look closely, you will see that the pauses you hated most were never empty. They were sacred spaces, holy intervals where your faith deepened, your spirit was remade, and your unseen future was quietly taking shape. The delay is not evidence that the universe has forgotten you. It is evidence that the universe is preparing you, shaping you, weaving your life into a timing far larger than your understanding. Waiting, when seen through the lens of gratitude, is never wasted. It builds the soul that will one day step into the promise fully prepared. The universe works best in the silences you resist, in the stillness you try to escape, in the long hours where nothing seems to change. Yet one day when the veil lifts, you will understand. The delay was never your enemy. It was the path itself. So trust the timing, embrace the waiting. For in the very delays you hate most, the universe is working most faithfully, crafting a destiny greater than the one you would have rushed into. So if this message stirred something within you, let it be a reminder that waiting is never wasted. Trust the pauses, honor the unseen, and walk forward with gratitude as your compass. If you felt this truth resonate, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you wish to journey deeper into the mysteries of timing, alignment, and manifestation, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. The universe is always speaking. Together, let us keep listening.